It'll just make it easier to upload. Hey, Kalina and Tanner, I know you couldn't make it today, so we're just doing a quick recording for you, and we're going to walk through a couple of things. We'll post it into Slack, and then you can comment there and let us know your comments, and then we'll book in a follow-up. All right, so I'm just going to get started just by kind of showcasing what we delivered last week. So we've updated all the destinations as requested, the experience types, and the categories. So hopefully that's all working as desired. And we've also added the regenerative place badge to the list. And then we applied that to 2 of your members, which is great. And I know we had a little bit of confusion on the Whidbey Islands one. And so I did just want to kind of address that and just say, we're definitely, working through, the processes between the 2 groups. And what we encountered there is something that sort of gets us every time, which is somebody signs up on Stripe with one email address and on YouLi with another email address. And that's quite frustrating for everyone involved. So no worries. It's just, usually it doesn't create that much confusion because usually we can't find the email, and so therefore we figure out that there's a mismatch. But in this case, we found an actual whidbey.com domain in the system, and that's what caused that confusion because they have an individual allyship as well. But just, for future, the easiest thing to do just to make sure, if you want someone's profile to have a badge on it, just go ahead and copy this link up here at the top. So just get this link and provide it to us. You don't even have to do the email address. Just the link to the profile where you want the badge to appear is probably the cleanest way to do that. Now, that being said, we're constantly trying to improve the platform as well as improve our processes. Sometimes the answer is to change how we interact in terms of support. But one of the other things I'd like to explore is the potential to build out a community admin view that you can access yourself. So this is a draft. This isn't real yet, but it's sort of a concept that we're working through, and it would be a list of all of your members. So these are actually your members here, and so it would list their names, and then it would link off to their profiles and indicate whether or not they're published or not published, right? So you'd actually be able to get that data directly and even be able to click here and send messages to them. So being able to actually send communications to the people here based on, when they last logged in and whether or not they've had their profiles published, things like that. So of course, this will take a little bit of work to develop, and I'm curious whether or not you think it's worth our energy to put into that, because we could then give you access to do things like add a badge, unpublish a profile, delete a membership, and maybe even add a Stripe subscription. So this one's a little more complicated, but if this happens sometimes for whatever reason, rather than being frustrated with it, we just accept that sometimes there's a disconnect and you need to add a Stripe subscription. So just making that possible for you to do that there. So those are my proposals for the 4 things that we could potentially expose here. And then giving you the ability to kind of search within this list as admins so that you can take more control and feel a little bit less like you're, bouncing back and forth between support and you guys and stuff like that. So if you think this is a valuable way to spend our energy, then we should definitely discuss it on the next call and prioritize implementing this. But do let me know if there's something else that's on your radar for enhancing to further engage your allies on the platform. That being said, one of the little minor improvements I'm looking to do, which should be relatively easy, well, it's actually something I need you guys to do, is that you need to install, well, I recommend that you install tracking on your TTC website for HubSpot. So for example, this is a new sign up, and you can see that we have tracking on our platform with HubSpot. So we know that Lisa clicked on her, clicked on this link. So this information, all this page view data that you see here, that allows us inside our CRM to know whether or not Lisa has gone in, whether, so we know she's looked at David Alport and hosted by Robert and Sacred Leadership Global. So we know what they're looking at, and that makes it easier for us to support them. And so I'd recommend you do the same within your HubSpot. To do that, you just click into here and you click into tracking and analytics, tracking code, and then you copy this and you put it onto your Squarespace website. And that will mean not only do you get the aggregated data in Squarespace, but you actually get the customer level data on the records, which I think will actually help Mona a lot as well, because I can show her information about them even before they convert. So that can be really helpful for many, many reasons. So I recommend you do that. And then once you do that, I can actually, my goal will be that we will also feed data to you so you can see when they're clicking on profiles. So you can see the same data in your HubSpot as we see in ours. So as you can see, the theme is trying to get you guys more visibility about what's going on so you can make better decisions and we can support you better. So that's the main thing that I wanted to cover off with regards to that. I look forward to your feedback on that. And I'm going to hand over to Claire to talk about the bundle.
Let me unmute. Hi, guys. All right. Oh, I could have just shared this. That's okay. All right, I'm going to have this pulled up so you can see that as well. Okay, so the bundle, so this has not been publicized yet. Jen and I were talking about this, that this is hasn't been made public, so we can still make changes if we need to, but this is what's being proposed. And I'll send this text in Slack as well. So the cost will be $1,000 per year. So $660 of it would come, sorry, so $600 would be for the plan for YouLi, for them to have a pro subscription. And then of that, $60 would be the commission on that would come to YouLi. And then the $400 would go to TTC for the small allyship. So it's a bundle of them getting small allyship plus pro. And also want to clarify, not pro plus web. So this does not come with the starter website. The option is just the pro plan. And then all the perks are here. So I have included some promotional text at the bottom. So this is like the gist of it, who it's for. It's for small entities ready to take bookings for their trips, lowering their booking fees and including premium YouLi features. And then it includes, like we said, the small allyship and YouLi Pro BYO, which is bring your own website subscription plus. So this is the extras that they'll be getting. So 0% payment methods on YouLi. The one I like to use as the example is bank transfer, but it can be like a custom payment link like Zelle or Venmo, and pay by phone, that kind of thing. So that can save them significantly, because normally this is 1%, this booking fee. And that would be in addition to strike fees. So 1%, 0% is, I think this is really this would be the largest savings on YouLi's end. And then they'll get 1 month free for the plan for YouLi, for the pro plan, and then 1 hour of group onboarding. So we've recently introduced group onboarding. Jen and I were just talking about if we do end up getting a lot of signups for this, we might be able to have like a TTC specific group onboarding, maybe once a month. But for now, we would just group them into the standard group onboarding that we have. And that's offered weekly, by the way, at different times. And then the bonus from TTC is that you would promote them in your newsletter, which I listed as a $200 value. I just listed out those values. I don't know if that's something that we want to include, but I thought it could be helpful. Okay, so the process. This is the important stuff that we all need to agree on. In addition to the cost. So we would make the subscription. Is that right? We make the subscription in the TTC account, Stripe account. And then
yeah, that might be TTC team making.
I was gonna say
that, but this is, I think this is open for debate. Or who's selling this? Is it both of us? Is it just TTC? And I think whoever's selling it should be the one who creates the Stripe subscription. So, but I think we are in agreement that the Stripe subscription should be in the TTC account. because it is, they are buying the TTC bundle with YouLi.
Mhm.
So hopefully that's something that TTC agrees as well.
Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to put this as kind of an open item. I'll add that there for now. And then, so we'll create a payment link that can be put on your website, used in promotions. We can sell that as well. And then, like we said, the payment is processed. The payment will be processed by TTC. And then Kalina, if you can just create a support ticket to initiate the YouLi upgrade to Pro. What did I have on here? Do you want to see the person? Yeah. And then I think it's just like, I know with some of these, you've been introducing someone if they're having issues. So similarly, if you want to CC them on the email so that we're introduced, and then we kind of just take it away from there as far as upgrading them, communicating that. This isn't so important. This is really more like internally with YouLi, but I'll create a task for Jen. She'll upgrade them in our database to Pro, and then let me know. And then I'll be able to, in that email thread, let them know that they've been upgraded and invite them to the group onboarding. And then for the commission, was thinking I would add that into the standard TTC allyship invoice that I send as a separate line item.
Yeah, agreed. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's all I got. Anything else I missed there? I think that was pretty much it.
I mean, I think the key thing to discuss when next time we talk is like how you guys want to launch this, how you want to talk about it and position it, because I think we want to make sure that we're aligned with you in terms of how prominent should this be? Like we could put it in the welcome message when people sign up on the YouLi platform.
Mhm.
We can put it on the dashboard. We can make a pop-up in the platform when they log in. So just trying to understand how do we kind of get this in front of people? Is this just something that you want Mona to be offering to people in the sales process? So, I just want to get aligned with TTC about where you feel this fits. Is it something you want to push? Or is it something you just want to sort of passively offer when people are asking, like, oh, well, what more can we get? And it's sort of more like a perk that they ask for rather than a promotion that we're pushing. So it'd be great to
Yeah.
understand that more. And because if it's something you're going to be pushing heavily, and we do get initial success, then we would be thrilled to put it into the platform so that it's just part of the checkout process when they're picking a plan. And so, we will have to talk about this. Like if somebody does sign up to Pro, or sorry, someone signs up to a small allyship and then decides they want to take this offer, how do we handle that case where people kind of like buy one piece first and then want to buy the other piece? So we would need to work that out. So I think there's some conversations still to be had to really get this nice and clean before we go ahead and launch it. But excited to hear your thoughts and yeah, look forward to the conversation when we do get a chance to talk. So thanks, guys. Hope this video gets to you well, and we look forward to talking to you in the next week or so. Bye.
Bye.